Hey guys, Gotham Royalty here, and today we're going to be talking about some new Avengers Infinity War posters that have come out, what we think of them, and the possibility of a new trailer coming out later this week or in the near future. So basically, Entertainment Weekly released some covers that they often do, these collectible covers that make up a large image of all the different characters from the new film, with the Guardians, the Avengers, all sorts, and I actually pieced them together. But overall, what did you think of the new posters?
Yeah, I thought they were cool. Like you said, they're like a collector's edition. I'd love to see how many people actually manage to get all the covers. That would
Well, yeah,
be
this is the
really
thing.
cool.
Whenever they release these things,
Yeah.
it's clearly with the intention of trying to get more sales out of their magazines because people will buy them.
Yeah.
But honestly, the images are online, and you can just do what I've done,
Yeah.
where I've taken them all together, pieced them together,
I
and if I want,
guess,
I'll just print them
yeah,
off.
I guess for people who like collect things like magazines, it's
Yeah,
like something worth doing. But yeah, for me personally, I might try to get one of the covers.
yeah, definitely. I think I
Um,
want to get the Thanos one.
yeah, I'm not sure who I'm thinking actually. But yeah, I think I want to get one of the covers. Probably won't get all of them, but no, they look really cool. Actually, yeah, and I like that they do piece together.
Yeah, that's really, really
Although
cool.
obviously, yeah, they've made it wanting to get sales. It is cool when you can piece them together.
Yeah,
So.
something a lot of people pointed out, we've got lots of images coming out recently, and there is a complete lack and a complete absence even from the trailers of Hawkeye and Ant-Man. We don't think he's there in the film
No, I mean maybe they'll pop up
at the end or
at
something.
some point. Yeah, probably at the end. Like I'm even thinking maybe last 5 minutes leading into Avengers
Yeah.
4, they might come and be like, "Oh, we're
I
gonna help." I
believe
don't know.
that after this, the only Marvel films we have before Avengers 4 are Ant-Man and Wasp and Captain Marvel, and it might maybe not even Captain Marvel, but both those films, Ant-Man and Wasp, I believe, takes place before this,
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
or like after Civil War, and Captain Marvel is in the 90s, so those characters can turn up in Avengers 4. And even if the world completely ends at the end of Infinity War, the world can be a mess at the end of Infinity War, but it doesn't matter because those two films coming out.
Happened before.
Yeah. So I think from what I've heard and from set photos we've seen, Ant-Man and Hawkeye are gonna have quite a lot more significant roles in Avengers 4.
Yeah.
Like most of the set photos we've seen have had Ant-Man in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should be interesting, and perhaps we'll get an explanation in Ant-Man and Wasp of why he wasn't in Infinity War.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I imagine they're off doing something else during. I very much doubt they just decide, nah.
Yeah, like
Can't be asked to help with that.
there's a Prelude comic, and that showed they're both back with their families prior to it. But yeah, we'll see. I'm sure they will give an explanation of why they're not present. But yeah, I really, really like these new posters. Like I said, I pieced them all together to make the massive poster, and that is something I think at some point I'm going to have to go somewhere and get it printed off in a massive poster because it is really, really cool, and it forms like the Avengers logo in space, and it just reinforces the thing that I am most excited about, which is the Guardians and the Avengers teaming up, and we can see like Thor and Falcon and War Machine and Vision and all of those teaming up with like Nebula and Gamora and Rocket and Groot, and yeah, it looks really, really cool. I'm really excited about that, and it's just going to be interesting because the Guardians films are very much kind of comedies with kind of darker undertones, but
I think it'll be. I feel like recently Marvel have made their last few films quite comedic, though. I mean, with Thor, that was. I think you could argue that was an out-and-out comedy film. And there was quite a lot of comedic elements in Black Panther.
Yeah, no, see, Black Panther I think less so.
Less so, but
I think
I can see that they've...
Black Panther was more like kind of a Captain America Winter Soldier, a lot of occasional joke, but I think that's kind of Marvel's thing. They have little quips and jokes around the films. But with things like Thor, Guardians, and even Spider-Man, those worked really well with the comedic tones.
Yeah, I agree.
But still kind of told a serious story. Thor, I think at points it was to its detriment, because you kind of had quite high stakes landed by a joke. Mostly I enjoyed that film quite a lot. There are a few points in that film where I was kind of like, your whole planet just got destroyed.
Because I'm a bit like torn because I do genuinely feel like they were going out to make a comedy film.
Well,
in comedy films they do just lighten the mood with a joke. So it didn't surprise
me. When they hired Taika Waititi, they knew what they were going for, because we've watched What We Do in the Shadows, and I am hoping to watch Boy soon. And What We Do in the Shadows is hilarious. And once I'd seen that, it's kind of like, right, I understand. There's no way they hired him and thought, we're going to get a serious Marvel film here. I think some people were disappointed by it, because Ragnarok is very much like this apocalyptic, dark story originally. But, I think the honest trailers pointed this out. He's a space god with a rainbow bridge and wacky aliens. Don't take it too seriously. Have fun with it.
I really enjoyed it, actually, and I enjoyed the comedy.
Korg, especially, who was actually played by the director.
I enjoyed the comedy. I like comedies, obviously, not awful comedies, but I enjoy a comedy film. So and I'm not a huge fan of the first two Thor films.
No, I know.
So to me, this was nice. It seemed like it seemed very separate from them and very different. So I think that's why I liked it.
With Infinity War, I think it's going to be a lot more serious, and most of the comedy.
I do agree.
I would say the majority of the comedy is going to come from the Guardians. I think we will see characters like Tony and stuff make a few quips, but I think it's going to be less so. I think the Guardians are going to be the main source of comedy in this.
I think Thor could be a main source of comedy as well after.
Yeah. I don't know if Korg is in this. If he is, I think it's going to be brief.
I'd love if he was.
Yeah, because he was brilliant.
He was great.
I made a joke to you, but it is a genuine concern that the first shot of the film is going to be a pile of rocks in the Asgardian ship. But hopefully not. But yeah, these posters were really, really cool. I really enjoyed them. This film does look great, and we've been saying we really should be getting a new trailer soon. We got the first trailer quite late in the game. Most of Marvel films did it 6 months in advance. They did the one for Infinity War about 4 months in advance.
Yeah.
And then the next ones are usually 3 months in advance. We're less than 2 months away from the film now. Which includes America now, since they moved the date to 27th for them as well. But yeah, so we really should be getting a new trailer soon. And with all this promo art and images increasing, and they're coming out, we're getting something every day. At least, yesterday we got that image of Black Panther and Okoye and Bucky and Cap and Black Widow in Wakanda. We're getting something every day, so I really think by the end of this week we should at least have a date on when we're getting it, if not the trailer itself.
I think there'll be a trailer very soon. It makes sense. They're putting lots of promo out, and they do need another trailer. Something that you were saying earlier, because without another trailer, casual fans won't know when it is.
Exactly.
So they need another one.
We pay attention. We're going to see it regardless. But they're not making money from people. They are making money from people like us, but that's not the majority.
Money from casual fans as well,
the reason Avengers and Age of Ultron are both in the top 10 highest grossing film of all time is because everyone knew about it, and they did good with their marketing. So I've heard lots of people saying, "Oh, we don't need another trailer. I'm going to see it regardless. I don't want to see more." But it's they're not just catering for people like you.
Yeah.
They're not just catering for the major fans of this franchise.
The if you don't want to see
exactly,
it, just
but they're not just catering. They want people to see this film. At the end of the day, franchises like this, they do want to tell a good story, and obviously that's great. But they also want to make money.
They want money, yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to this to be a complete
They're not doing this just for the hardcore fans. They're doing this to get
it's their job.
So
they want this movie to be successful, and I really hope it will be, because Age of Ultron obviously didn't do good as the first Avengers. I think the first Avengers did so well because it was the first time anything like that had happened. This major team up of a franchise. I really hope this does as well, if not better, though, because it's the ultimate culmination. I think they're really going to start pushing the Guardians and Black Panther, because those have been very successful.
Yeah,
and especially Black Panther. That's made an insane amount of money.
That's been insanely successful, and it's new.
Yeah,
it's happened very recently, so it would make sense to push Black Panther.
I think the trailers we're going to see, he's quite a prominent figure.
He had quite a prominent role in the first trailer as well.
You did see, my favourite line in that trailer, "Get this man a shield," is brilliant and just so perfect. And that's why I'm looking forward to this movie as well, because what they did great in Civil War is Ant-Man's a very comedic character, but they didn't not do that for the sake of maintaining sort of the serious tone of the film.
Yeah.
They let these characters be who they are, and despite being different writers and different directors, they handled the characters well. And I think this film's going to do that great, having the Guardians being like they are, and all these characters staying true to what they were in their own films.
Yeah, no one in Civil War was different to how they'd been portrayed before.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think they're going to do quite well with this. I know it has been a concern that there's so many.
Yeah, 22 characters.
Yeah, but I think they'll be able to do this quite well. Marvel are like leaps and bounds ahead of competition in terms of films. I think they're going to do this fine.
This has the same writers and directors as Civil War.
And that turned out well.
Definitely the same directors as Winter Soldier. I'm not sure about the writers. And those are my two favourite Marvel movies. And I know it's like you've got like 12 or 13 like heroes in this Civil War, and this is 22. But they've shown they can do it, and the benefit of having a franchise like this is we know the characters, so you don't need to hammer in establishment. You just need to tell a story. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, like someone said to me, oh well, characters are only going to have like 10 minutes screen time, and the main characters will have like 30. But that's fine. If it works well, great.
I was actually just about to say that, like, most characters aren't going to be having loads of screen time. They'll pop up here and there, but when we'll
enjoy it when we do see them.
But yeah, because I don't think that's a problem. Like, obviously 22 characters aren't each going to get some huge segment of the film, otherwise it would go on for hours.
They're going to be pushing Tony, like Iron Man. They're going to be pushing Cap. The Guardians, I think the Guardians will have less time.
Yeah, I think out of all of them, Star-Lord is obviously going to have the most time.
I think like the Guardians going to be, but remember this is a team up, so like there's going to be a lot of shared screen time, which will obviously make up for it. So you're going to have lots of group shots, and that's the benefit of it. You don't have like 22 characters having separate adventures, like, and that would be impossible, of course. Like you could, how would you tell a story like that? But Ant-Man and Spider-Man both had about 10 minutes. Like in Civil War, but they are some of the most memorable parts of that film.
It's incredibly memorable. You like remember them being in. They had a big impact on the film overall. You
got Ant-Man with his giant man moment.
You don't need them to have loads of screen time to make a positive impact on the film.
Yeah, and I think Hawkeye might have had equally about that much time, but it was fine because the characters worked well and they were like you remembered their roles in it. So. Yeah, they don't need to worry about that at all.
I'm not
worried. We're both absolutely really looking forward to this film. We love the new posters, and we're just really hoping for a new trailer soon. And I was convinced it was going to be here already, and kind of let myself get a bit too invested.
I didn't think it would be. When everyone was going on, they thought there was going to be one last week. I didn't think it was going to happen.
But hopefully we get one soon. They just released, I don't know if you saw on Facebook, they released a 50 days countdown video.
I have not.
No, it was just kind of. It just had like 50 days and a few clips from the previous trailer playing, and they did it for the 100-day thing as well.
Seems like a trailer's going to happen soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
This like massive surge of stuff we've had the last few days especially. It seems like it's going to happen.
Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much our thoughts. I think we'll probably leave it at that. Yeah. But thanks for watching. Let us know what you're thinking about the film and when you think we'll get a new trailer. And we'll definitely release a video when the new trailer arrives and try and keep on top of things. But yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys, bye.